Hey guys, how's it going? Kevin Cleary here with a knife sale video for you. I've got a bunch of stuff here to go. Just to give you the background, these are not my knives. These were sent by a viewer for review and then sale, and I've been working through them as quickly as I can, and I'm now ready to post them all for sale. Let me quickly go over the rules, pretty much the same as usual. In order to buy one of these knives, you need to email me, clearkevin@gmail.com. Don't use the YouTube Messenger or the comments down below. Both of them are unreliable. YouTube, for some reason, may decide that your comment is inappropriate and block it. That happens regularly, and it's happened before on knife sales. So don't trust those. You need to email me, clearkevin@gmail.com. I will say prompt payment is expected. So if you want to buy one of these knives, you need to be ready to pay for it right away. It's not fair to everybody else if one person sort of claims a knife and then doesn't pay for a long time while others were waiting in line to buy that particular item. In terms of condition, most of these are in good, lightly carried condition, okay? There's a couple that have some issues, and I'll outline those as we go along. I don't have boxes for probably 90% of these. I guess the one that I do have a box for is a 0560, which is brand new in box. I took it out of the box to make this video. In terms of shipping, all shipping is included in the prices. However, any knife that's under $100 is not going to be tracked. Over $100 is going to be tracked. So now that we've kind of run down the rules there, let me go ahead and start listing off the knives that we've got for sale. Oh yeah, by the way, if you look in the description box, you will find my email address as well as a list of knives along with their prices. I'm really short of space here, guys, so I'm doing my best to fit all of these knives in a place that I can get a hold of them. You're gonna have to forgive me for a little bit of shuffling around as we go through this video. So first knife up for sale. This is the Spyderco Dragonfly Agami SuperBlue Sprint Run. You can see that Agami SuperBlue is starting to develop a patina. It looks really cool. What I love is look at the back of the knife. The Agami SuperBlue there is coming through at the back, and you can see the patina forming, makes that really cool line. Anyway, this is a sprint run. It's discontinued, hard to come by. Looking for $90 on this little knife. Next on the list is going to be the Liong Mah Riyadh collaboration. This is the SDC. I think it stands for Slim Daily Carry. If not, someone can correct me down in the comments section below. Again, this knife is in nice shape. It has been used a little bit. It has been carried a little bit. Probably could use to be sharpened. But overall, a really, really nice knife built by Riyadh with all of the typical action and quality from Riyadh knives. Liong Mah design, and it's from Liong Mah design. Anyway, looking for $235 on this one, which by the way is a steal for this knife. But just because, you know, it's not the most popular model that's out there, so can't really expect the same kind of prices that you'd get for a more in-demand Riyadh. So SDC, $235. Any questions you have, by the way, feel free to put in the description box down below. Next up is going to be this big Spyderco. This is the Spyderco Lion Spy. It will come in this pouch, of course. Let me give you a look at it. You can see this is in beautiful, beautiful condition. A little bit fingerprinty because of me, but that's about all. Feels great in hand, large, heavy duty knife. Looking for, by the way, this is discontinued as well, but looking for $255 on that. Let's keep moving here. I just dropped the pouch, but I'm not going to stop to get it. Next on the list is going to be the We Knives 618. This is such a cool knife, guys. Very slim, very modern, very interesting blade grind there. It does have that We Zero grind on the very attractive blade. Looking for on this one $200, which again I think is a real steal for this knife. Fantastic action, one of my favorite We knives for sure. Let's see, move that guy out of the way and go on to what's next. Okay, zero tolerance 0770. This is the M4 KnivesShipFree Exclusive in CF. And this guy does have a small problem, guys. Overall, it's in good shape. It hasn't been carried in a while. You can see a little bit of rust forming, so a quick sharpening or even a quick stropping. But it does have this up and down tick that's really, really annoying, guys. So there's a teeny bit of blade play there. You could probably get it to go away either. Well, you could send it to ZT, or the other option would be take this apart and bend this lock bar over a little bit. I think all it is that the lock bar is not engaging as deeply as it should. Well, we can test that. So if I push this lock bar over, now it's solid as a rock. So it's just that the lock bar isn't engaging as far, and I probably could be fixed by springing that lock bar a little bit. Anyway, we're going to sell it as if you're stuck with that blade play, and so it's going for $100. These are very expensive, guys, so $100 is a great price on this knife. And to deal with just a little bit of blade play, I think that's a trade I would happily make. What do we got next? Spyderco One-Eyed Jack. Okay, let's get the Spyderco One-Eyed Jack out here. Again, comes in a Spyderco pouch. This is a gorgeous knife, guys. Truly, truly beautiful work. The kind of detail you would almost see in, yeah, this is just a beautiful knife, is all I'm going to say. The inlays here, you can't even feel the transition. It's just so tight. Everything is perfection on this little knife. So again, this is a really expensive little Spyderco, guys. There's a lot of work that goes into putting one of these together, and it's very, very detailed, highly refined. What we're looking at in terms of price is $190. $190. Okay. Moving on. What's next on the list? Let's see. We've got that one. We've got, oh yeah, here we go. Zero Tolerance 0560. This is probably my most recommended zero tolerance knife. It's not my personal favorite, but I would say for most knife users, this is going to be the one that's most well suited to just about everybody. Feels great in hand, really well put together, cuts pretty decently, has nice action. And this is, of course, the G10 version with the LMAX steel. So not the carbon fiber. And I think they're, I don't know, 204P these days. But a very nice knife, new in box. I literally took it out of the box to make this video. So price on that guy is going to be $170. All right, $170 on the zero tolerance 0562. I think I might have called it the 0560 there a second ago. It is, of course, the 0562. And since we're on a little bit of a ZT kick, let's grab the 0801 next. This one looks to have been used a little bit more than this guy, but you can tell it's not heavy use. Take a look at the blade. You can see that there's no, cut marks or wear marks on the DLC coating. And DLC coating, usually shows wear pretty easily. There is, I found a mark here somewhere. Oh yeah, right down here, there's a little tiny speck. Let's see if it's something I can actually, oh, so it's actually not a mark, it's just a piece of dust. So that's good. So yeah, this is in really, really nice condition. It has been used, it has been carried, but otherwise it's looking pretty attractive. Price on this guy is going to be $160. That's the 801 BLK, $160. Next up is going to be my favorite Benchmade. This is the Benchmade Crooked River. That's in this one is in the wood grip handles rather than the gray G10. Still has, of course, that nice bright orange backspacer. Feels great in hand. The action on this one is pretty nice. Now, I haven't messed with the pivot on any of these. Okay, so some of them might need to be tightened. Let me just. The way it felt, I was like, yeah, that feels pretty loose. So there is a little bit of side-to-side play, and I think the owner set it that way because he preferred the really fast action over the tighter pivot. I would, of course, opt for the tighter pivot, and you could easily just adjust that. Most of these knives, by the way, guys, have been sitting for a while. So I would say if I was buying any one of these, I would expect to take it apart, clean it up, lubricate it, and just kind of give it a little bit of TLC. But for price on this guy, we're looking for $160. I guess that was what everyone's waiting to hear, and I wasn't giving it to you. So Benchmade Crooked River, $160. This is, of course, the brown and orange. If you don't like those colors, you can go to Rogue Blade Works, and I'm waiting for some stuff from Rogue Blade Works for my own. Let's see, where's the next knife? Oh, here we go. This is the Spyderco Sage 4. Very, very pretty little knife. I really like the Spyderco Sage for a small knife. Now, it's too small for me, but honestly, if I lived in an area where you could only carry a 3-inch blade, I would absolutely carry a Sage. It's probably, not probably, it is the most comfortable in hand, smaller knife that I have have had the pleasure of checking out. So discontinued Spyderco, highly in demand, the Sage 4. So we're looking for 190 bucks on that one. So 190 on the Sage 4. Again, on some of these discontinued models, if you feel like I'm way out of line, feel free to send me a message or make an offer. Even if it's a low offer, I'm not going to be offended. I might just say no. So if you're going to be offended by that, then maybe don't do it. But that's about the worst that can happen. Next up is a very cool knife. This is the Steel Wheel Gekko Mini. All right, this is the Mini. It does have a little bit of wear. You can see how the let's see. You can see how the micarta coloration has come out a little bit just from being used and carried. And it's rubbed off a little here from going in and out of pocket under that pocket clip. So it does have some wear. It's in perfect condition, guys. Beautiful, clean knife. Anyway, looking for 130 bucks on this one. And that is a great price for this knife. But again, it just kind of reflects that there's a little bit of wear on that micarta. It's not brand new in box. Okay, the next knife is one that I don't know a whole lot about. I just dropped my pen, so hopefully I don't need to cross anything off or anything in this video. But the next knife I have is a James brand Country Slipjoint. James brand Country Slipjoint. I'll let you take a look here. I'm not a big slip joint guy, so this one is not too familiar to me. It is a very nicely finished little knife. It's interesting, you know, the blade stock is not super thick. Hold on, there we go. The blade stock is not crazy thick, but it's a little thicker behind the edge than I'm used to seeing in a slip joint. Anyway, nice looking little blade. Comes in this little sort of carry pouch that has the same logo that's on the knife. I would imagine most people would carry it not in this, but actually carry it in their pockets. Anyway, the price on this guy is 120. Okay, so 120 on the James brand slip joint. Moving on to the Spyderco Little Lum. Spyderco Little Lum. All right, these guys go brand new for around $140 or so. Looking for 110 bucks on this little guy. You can see it's got that sort of very lum-shaped blade. It is a small knife for sure, but very nicely done. Typical Spyderco sort of full flat grind on this guy. Nice little knife, fairly popular design from Spyderco, and we're looking for, as I say, 110 bucks on that guy. Next up, I've got a couple of PM2s. So I've got a Digicam PM2, and I have a black PM2, both in satin finish. There we go. Both in satin finish. Looking for 110 on those two. They're in really, really good condition. Again, they probably need to be cleaned. Let me see the action. The action is okay, but it's not as good as some PM2s that I've seen. And that's, again, probably because they've been sitting in a drawer too long and not getting used. So they probably need a little bit of TLC. I don't know if there's any side-to-side play. There is a teeny bit if I really muscle it. Again, take them apart, lube them up, get them set the way you want them. Both of these are 110 each. All right. Spyderco Mannix Lightweight. We seem to be on a little bit of a Spyderco trend here. This is the Cutlery Shoppe exclusive in S90V. Really, really nice little blade. The only thing I can find is, let me see if I can show you. Come on, camera. There seems to be the slightest little bit of a nick. It's hardly noticeable in person. It's even less noticeable on camera. But right out here near the tip, there's a teeny little nick out of that blade. Okay, so that's going to need a little bit of sharpening to get rid of that. Just use the knife, and as you sharpen it, it'll go away. But that is the Cutlery Shoppe exclusive S90V Manix 2 lightweight. All right, and looking for $100 on that guy, 100 bucks. And that does reflect the fact that there's a little bit of an issue there. What's up next? Oh yeah, another Spyderco. Here we have the Spyderco Kiwi. Very slim, very, very ergonomic little Wharncliffe design here. Really cool looking little blade, fairly popular, but again, this has been discontinued. Again, it's in good shape like pretty much everything has been. We're looking for $100 on that one. Next up is an Mcusta knife. This is, I don't think this is a tactility. It has very similar ergonomics to a Tactility, but not quite the same blade shape. Anyway, this guy is going to be, Mcusta Ivory folder. All right. Has no clip on it. Notice that this is an in-pocket carry knife, and we're looking for 80 bucks on that. I bet you any money it's VG10 steel. Yeah, it sure is. And so like we're used to seeing from Mcusta, VG10, fairly good quality, you know, good fit and finish. There's a teeny bit of blade play. And again, I would just adjust that pivot if this were my knife. That's what I would recommend you do as well. But it does flip out pretty nicely. Overall, again, in pretty good shape. There's no big marks or scars or anything like that on this guy. That's the Mcusta. Let's grab the H&K next. So next is this H&K Axis Lock folder. This is a very, very popular knife, now discontinued. Really, really nice little blade. Of course, too small for me, but I know these are very popular, and I would actually like to check out the larger version of this. Anyway, what do we got for steel here? D2 steel on this guy. You can see that it's the black coated blade, and again, that coating is in near perfect condition. Obviously has not been used or carried very often. And we're looking for 65 bucks on that. Let's see, what do we got next? Kind of a similar knife. This is the Benchmade Mini-Grip. Again, on the Mini-Grip, it's fairly the same story as everything else. You can see a little bit of wear there from being carried. Pretty decent Benchmade action. Again, I would want to take this down, clean it up, lubricate the pivot, and see what kind of performance I could get out of it. As I say, a lot of these have been sitting in a drawer for a while and could use a little love. Anyway, price on this guy, 154 cm steel. Price on that guy is going to be $65 as well. Since we're on that theme of $65 knives, let's bring in a larger knife. This is the Kizer Roach in black with the black coated blade. Really, really cool knife here. And I don't know if you've seen my Kizer Roach review, but this is one of my favorite Kizers. It's different and it's interesting. You've got that nice blue backspacer, feels great in hand, highly useful blade. It's a little large for some people. The action on this is typical Kizer Vanguard action. It's not super smooth and super clean, but boy, it flips nice. And it's a really fun knife to own, and in fact makes a great user. So on the Kizer Vanguard, we're looking for $65. We're not done with $65 knives yet. I've got a whole, I've got like 65, 65, 65, 65. Where is the next one? Here we go. This is the Boker Lancer. This is the carbon fiber exclusive. Again, Blade HQ. So this guy is going to be, focus. No, that's what I want. S35 VN, satin finish, which I like a lot better than the stonewash they normally put on these, and carbon fiber. Really cool little knife. A lot smoother, honestly, than I thought. When I got this in, I was like, I don't know, you know, anyway, I didn't have very high expectations, so I've been pretty pleased with this knife. Nice, solid, no play up and down or side to side. Really cool little knife. Anyway, price on that is going to be 65 bucks as well. We got a fixed blade coming up next, guys. So this is, I'm pretty sure, from the Forged by War series. It's got this, hold on, let me see if I can figure out how the clip works. There we go. So the belt loop works with this little release, which actually is pretty nice. It allows you to take the knife on and off of your belt quite easily. This is the CRKT Clever Girl. You can take a look again at that coating. I don't think this knife has ever been used. I really don't. Anyway, these were fairly, I think this was at least on the list of best tactical fixed blade of, I think, 2016 or maybe 2017. Nice little knife. Cool looking sort of upswept design. Comes with that clip on it. And again, we're looking for 65 bucks on it. Finally, we're at the last knife and I can't find it. Oh wait, no, I've got a couple more. Sorry guys. We're not at the last knife. Next up, I've got a SOG Kiku. Kind of a cool knife. You can see liner lock there. SOG's AUS 8 steel, which is very, very good. Harpoon blade shape, a bit of a recurve there. Really nice satin blade. I've got it, you know, for all the stuff that I complain about SOG, when they do something simple like a liner lock, they do a decent job. And the job that they do with osate steel in terms of their satin finish, in terms of their hardness and edge retention is really nice. And once again, we're looking for 65 bucks on that. Next up, I have a Gerber center drive, looking for 55 bucks on the center drive. Comes with the pouch, comes with the little bit kit here, and of course the tool itself. And this tool is in very good condition. I've actually got two of these. One is mine, one is from the collection that I have up for sale. And then finally, Cold Steel Storm Cloud. This is my own knife. Again, last one on the list, $120 is what we're looking for on the Storm Cloud. Thanks a lot, guys. I know that was a lot of knives in a very quick fashion. So if you do have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Hope you have a great day, and I hope that if you're watching this and you want one of these, you're able to get just what you like. I've already got a bunch of messages coming in about them, so that's because I posted a video on Instagram and on Facebook letting people know about this upcoming sale. So as I say, I wish you all the best. I hope you get the knife you want at a very good price. And don't forget to like and subscribe because we'll have more sale videos. And when we're not having sale videos, we have really cool reviews. We'll talk to you soon.